So in my previous video, I spoke on DDG filing a motion to stop Halle from taking their son out of the country. Now, Halle is supposed to be taking Halo out to Italy with her while she works. Well, DDG is claiming that Halle is unfit to take care of their child. He's claiming that she poses a mental and psychological risk. Well, then DDG's mom also came out and claimed that Halle has done some questionable things, that on 4 different occasions they found air tags with her tracking DDG, even pulling up to the movie theater while he was there on a date. Now, I mentioned in my last video, crazy thing about all this is that DDG filed this motion on June 4th, 3 days before Halle was set to take their child out to Italy. Well, now Halle and her lawyer both have responded, and it's being said that Halle's claim is going to remain valid and she's going to be able to take Halo out of the country. So now I'm going to read what Halle is now claiming in response to DDG's motion. Now, this was a 44-page document because both Halle and her lawyer responded, but I'm only going to read Halle's response to DDG's motion because, again, her and her lawyer both responded. So it states, and I'm starting with number 4 here. As you guys can see in these documents, they already stated that they will be referring to DDG as Daryl. So it states, I am requesting the court deny Daryl's request. Instead, I request that the court grant me permission to take our son out of the country to perform my employment duties. I also request orders to stop Daryl personally, and that he instruct his family and friends to stop posting about our son, this litigation, and me on all platforms discussed below. I want to point out that Daryl has requested an order blocking me from traveling with our son for my scheduled work next month, and he waited until June 4th to ask for custody orders, although he and his attorneys have ignored all of my attorney's efforts for him to have monitor visits with our son since the issuance of the temporary restraining order on May 13th. Daryl has exaggerated, lied, and misconstrued for the court, not only for the history of our relationship, but for our parenting and my mental health. There's no doubt that I was emotionally devastated in 2022 and 2023 by his behavior and ongoing abuse. I have been very vocal about without waiving the psychotherapist patient privilege and physician patient privilege. I have reached out to my doctor and received treatment to address these issues. I have been and remain 100% available and capable as a parent to our son Halo. Had Daryl really been concerned about my parenting, he would have taken action prior to this time. He has never sought custody orders or any orders protecting Halo until today, the day that my DVRO was set. Now, DVRO means domestic violence restraining order. She then states most of Daryl's alleged incidents took place in 2022 and 2023. It is now June 4th, 2025, but Daryl makes no specific allegations about any incidents since his own claims about an incident that took place back in January 2025, which I addressed in my DVRO. Yet Daryl did not seek any orders for protection or custody until now, nearly 5 months later. In his declaration, Daryl has also failed to explain why he waited until now to ask for orders, DV, or custody. If he genuinely had concerns about me as a person or me as a parent, this is cold retribution to embarrass, humiliate, and cause me additional emotional distress. Daryl has reportedly threatened to file something to cause me additional harm. His papers are nothing more than ongoing abuse. I will address the truth about his allegations further if the court sets his request for hearing. I am contractually obligated to be in Italy to film a movie. I have been and remain Halo's caretaker. Halo cannot be left in Daryl's care and or his mother's care. I do not pose a threat to our son or to myself. These allegations will be disproved at the time of the hearing. As the court may recall, on May 13th, 2025, I was granted a temporary restraining order. I had asked that the court also grant me an order to stop Daryl from continuing to harass me online. His online presence is his means of financial support, and he has continued to use this to cause me distress and harm. Daryl is a professional YouTube and Twitch blogger and rapper. Whenever he wishes to cause, upset, and get clicks, he starts bad-mouthing me to his several millions of fans. Since the orders were made, this online behavior has only escalated, and I have continued to receive. A few examples of these angry, aggressive posts are attached. They were including people's tweets, people's TikToks when they were talking about Halle. So all of that was kind of working against DDG. She also states his fans constantly post pictures of our son and are surveilling our son and me. Now she's speaking on that TikTok where someone recorded Halo with the nanny at the park, and it was captioned, "DDG can't see his son, but he's out with the nanny." So then she also goes on to say, our son is not a public figure and his safety and well-being are of great concern. Just recently, Daryl's fan posted a video of Halo in a public park with my babysitter while I was in New Jersey working, claiming I'm a bad parent for working. This means that someone was watching our whereabouts and following Halo and my nanny in the park. This post is attached. Daryl even posted about learning about the court orders issued live on social media the day after the orders were made, but he refused to accept service of the papers until June 3rd, 2025. I will bring the video of Daryl posted of himself to court. He has been out of state and his representatives have not accepted service until yesterday. Daryl has used the last 3 weeks since the orders were made to only increase his online campaign against me. He live streams 24/7. In addition, I have received threats from his friends and family. This has caused me tremendous emotional distress and fear. During this time, I have tried through my attorney to arrange monitor visits with our son. I have asked the courts for this order in hopes he would accept some visits, and he has ignored my attempts. I have also tried to set up a settlement conference, but he has ignored my attempts. Instead, Daryl waited until the day before June 4th, 2025 hearing to make up claims against me and feign concerns about events from years ago in retaliation to my filing of my DVRO, asking the courts for orders that would enjoin me from working next month. This is further evidence of his abuse and control. He is following through with his prior threats. At any point in the last 3 weeks, he could have addressed any issues with my counsel regarding visits or my scheduled employment out of the country. This behavior is to get more clicks and fame for him online. The court should also be aware that Daryl has been violating the orders made and having his agents and third parties text me and threatening me. I will provide proof at the hearing of this ongoing abuse. I must be on set in Italy to film a movie. I'm contractually bound to be there from June 7th to August 4th. Daryl has known about this work obligation for months. This is my source of income on which Halo and I rely to pay all bills. Daryl has not contributed to any regular support since Halo was born. I will be held liable for damages to this film if I'm not there, which I believe would be a breach of my contract. I cannot leave Halo with Daryl as Daryl will be out of town a majority of those months. Halo is also a protected person by the court's temporary restraining order. Then she also goes on to say, on Saturday, May 31st, 2025, Daryl and his brother were recorded on TikTok being involved in a fist fight with another man. I will bring this video to court. Daryl and the people around him are aggressive and angry, which leads me to believe this is not a safe environment for Halo. Moreover, Daryl plans to be in Houston, Hawaii, Atlanta, and Paris, streaming 24/7 during the month of June 2025, according to his own online post. He has had custody in the past. He has left Halo with his mother. As of June 2nd, 2025, Daryl is online railing against me, alleging he cannot see his son. He is not in Los Angeles. This behavior is not child-centered, and Halo is only being used to further his fan base and online presence. I am again requesting that the court retain and enjoin Daryl as well as his agents, including his family and friends, from posting about our son, this litigation, and me on all platforms, included but not limited to Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So now this paperwork was filed with the courts on June 4th. Now, I'm not for certain, but people are stating that the judge has granted her request and will allow Halo to be with her in Italy over the summer. So now this is a lot to take in, but let's discuss this down in the comment section below. I read through Halle's entire declaration and what she filed with the courts. But let's move on to this next topic with Boogie. Now, he recently posted a photo with another woman, Big Boss Vet. Now, of course, people are wanting to know what's going on here and what happened to Carmen. Now, a lot of people are feeling like this may just be a collab or maybe a video, because Carmen actually liked the post and she's actually friends with the girl. So you guys leave your opinions on that down in the comment section below. But let's move on to this next topic with Laina and Daysha. Now, yesterday I reported that they were going back and forth after Daysha went on to TikTok to speak about Laina going on to TikTok live and crying. Well, Laina came back and showed proof that Daysha has been in her inbox asking to collab with her. So I posted that entire interaction in my previous video. If you guys have not checked that out, I will link it at the top here. But check out what Daysha had to say in response to Laina stating that Daysha has been constantly trying to collab with her.
You trying to show them old ass messages from 2022 does not justify you being a sorry ass stepmama. Let's just clock that. Next, the fact that you had to pack up all your shit to move to Thailand and take King from his son, then didn't have the audacity to pack your shit back up to come back to America to support that little boy for his graduation is crazy to me. The problem was you didn't have the funds to pack your shit up, your husband's shit up, and your kid's shit up to go back to motherfucking America to support Kaiser for his graduation. Let's clock that. Anybody and everybody can collab whenever they want to collab. Bitch, I was reaching out to you back in 2022 to collab with you back then. But after all of the poor ass parenting, poor ass stepmama parenting that you've been doing, I could give 2, 3, 4, 5 about making up with you. At the end of the day, you need the clout. That's why you responded back to me instead of all them other people that done talked about your sorry ass. Instead of sitting on TikTok all day on that sorry ass live getting $2, get your ass a job, and then you wouldn't have had to pack your shit up to move to Thailand to get a better, more affordable lifestyle. Let's just talk about that. King did not pack it up to go move there to be a ninja. He moved there so y'all could afford life. Y'all couldn't afford life. That's why y'all went to Thailand. So instead of worrying about what I'm talking about on TikTok, my life is on. Okay? So it don't matter who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, who I reached out to back in whenever. I didn't have to pack my shit and move my life from my child to support my life. So it doesn't matter. What are we talking about? So everything you said in the video and said still did not justify you being a sorry ass stepmama. Do your fucking part. You make every other stepmama look bad, and that's facts. So it doesn't matter. You still didn't say shit about you not bringing your sorry ass there to the graduation. The reason you didn't go to the graduation is because you didn't want to see my bitch Neek looking fine on the sideline supporting her son. That's why you didn't go. But, baby, we ain't gonna sit here and talk about it too much longer. You didn't want to see that fat ass walking by your man. That's why you didn't go to the graduation. But it's okay. We understand that you're very insecure. You didn't want Neek and King linking up probably. That's why you crying. Because you probably think she gonna take your man. But even if King wanted Neek back, he could never get her back. So it doesn't even matter. The only person that's a fan is your man of his baby mama, bitch. So that, like I said, just move around. Just leave me the fuck out of it, bitch. I spoke on the same shit everybody in America been thinking. Just step up as a stepmom. Bitch, you are married to this man. And if you ain't married, I don't know, your fiance, you something. Bitch, you got a ring. So you should be showing the bitches who ain't got a ring how to do this shit. Because you obviously don't know how to be a mama or a stepmama. That's why your ass crying. King probably be taking care of them kids while your big ass out getting back massages and shit for $5. Girl, get the phone and move around.
So Laina just responded with, that's it. That's all. Back to taking care of my babies and living life.